And today I wanted to show you this technology that some people were commenting below on my Facebook profile. So I thought I would give you a tour of how it works on the other side. I've been trying experiments on how to create videos without you actually having to use your face. I know there's a lot of people who are very stressed about making videos, and I don't necessarily think you need to put your face in marketing videos to do very well. And this was one of the tools that I discovered. And in fact, I actually first discovered it on TikTok and have been playing around with it. So let me dive in. First of all, let me just give you a little bit of what one of the videos were. I'll show you the one that was pretty much a fail. So let me show you this one right now.
Hey there. Today, Leanna is going to show you how to publish a blog post in as little as 2 clicks. There's a lot of people out there who say that blogging is hard, and they're right, but it doesn't have to be. You don't need any fancy equipment or coding skills when all you want is something simple like what Leanna is going to show you.
Okay, so he has this really weird way of swallowing, but I'll show you how I actually created it because I created it in I think including processing time, it would be about 15 minutes. So let me just show you what this is all about, and then you can decide for yourself. There are some better ones inside of the software. If you take a look at my profile, and actually I'll try and post the video in the comments if you're interested. I actually chose a woman as well to try it, and actually I can actually upload that if anybody's interested. But I found that her voice was a little bit more natural because there's a couple different voices you can choose from. So why don't I go ahead and share my screen, and I'll show you what I'm actually using. And I know my screen looks really bizarre right now, so here we go. It's called Synthesia, and I first heard about it on TikTok. The thing that made it really interesting to me just to dive in was, first of all, when I first started, they had I think they had like a free option. I don't know if they still have, but it's not expensive. It's $30 a month, and I can't remember, you get like a certain number of minutes to create videos. So I'll show you what I did here. What I did was I have one here already that I started. Um, you choose the avatar that you want. So you can actually see here, they have a whole bunch of different avatars, and some of them, I feel like they're just Siri or Alexa personified. They're very robotic. I think what they actually do, and if you go to their website and see how they do it, it's kind of cool because they've done it with celebrities as well in terms of mapping the whole face over. But what they do is they take real people and they map their faces over. And you can see here they have different types of costumes. They even have a Santa. They use, which is the one they use a lot? I think they use Anna a lot in all of their demos, and I've signed up when they only had a few avatars, but they have some better ones now. The one I just started using, I thought her name was Catherine, but it's actually Laura, and they don't have arms. So in this version, again, it's $30 a month, so I don't expect to have a lot of customization, but you just get the head up, and you can also make it a circle, which actually might make it more palatable if it's just like a little circle, I think, walking people through. But here's what the full body is like. And so once you decide what avatar you want, you can choose a background, and they're connected directly to Unsplash as well. So you can choose a green screen if you want. There's like images over here. I just typed in office to find a different one that I might want, for the background. You could upload your own video as well, or it looks here like you can get it from Pexels as well. So if you want to have, I guess, something, moving in the background, you can definitely do that. Let's just go back to the office one here. So that's actually nice. You can also add other images, text, shapes. I mean, you can really make it into more of a presentation. You can actually add different, it says slides, but they're basically like different scenes. So maybe you want her here, and then you want to have another slide with a different script. And and it can even be like a different person, and they even give you all these different options here, which is nice. They didn't have all these templates before, but they have some other templates here. There's even one here that they have that, as you can see here, it's almost like walking you through a blog post. And you can see they have the guy here in like little circles, and then sometimes he's not in a circle and he's just talking about what's on the slide. So this is another way you can repurpose your blog posts. But let me just go back over here so you can see we don't need this one. What I did. So I actually went into Conversion AI and I said, hey, like what I was going to do a video today about how I publish blog posts super, super fast through Google Docs. But I thought, hey, let me go here because people seemed interested in it. So what I did here was I went into Conversion AI. I said, write me, a little blurb about what this video is going to be about. And I put it in here. Now, I did have to put some things in phonetically. If I wrote the way my name is spelt, I don't think they would be able to do that. And you can also put in different pauses. So I've used different sentences to add in different pauses, and they give you a guide here as well in terms of how you can be better at it. I have not spent that much time on it. I think I could probably make it sound more natural with the commands they basically give you. And it's not that hard. I mean, basically what they do is they allow you to add in breaks. So for example, here you can say, hey, break for 2 seconds. And then it also says use punctuation to help decide, hey, how do I want this to sound? But again, I just did it very, very quickly. So here's some examples, right? They say putting in a break over here. You can put a break up to, let's see here, it says 5 minutes long. And so that way so they give you all these different things you can use. And I have not used it, so I think I could have made it better. So next you can choose what voice you want. And this is where I think I went wrong the first time, whereas I didn't scroll down through all of the recommended voices. They have a whole bunch of different ones. And what's interesting is it's not the same voice with different inflections. It's literally different voices. It's just that if you choose a female character versus a male character, they'll give you female voices to choose from and male voices to choose from. So let me just show you here. Here's a narration one, for example. I'm going to start playing the script. And what you want to do is you want to play the script a couple times to get it to where you want before you actually generate it. See, so it kind of like, I don't know, I don't know if you heard that really well, but it sort of sounds like Siri a little bit, which is kind of fun too. Maybe that's something that you can actually work on. And then once you're done and it's exactly how you want it with the exact voice you want it, then I actually preferred the professional. That's the one I ended up using. Then you can click generate video, and then it'll just go ahead and, do its thing and use up your credits. Okay. But what I did want to show you was some of the possibilities, because they have a whole bunch more templates here, which I think are really helpful. For example, here's a product demo that they have here. And you can see that they have the person here as a little circle, and then you can put your software and things like that here. And you just have to use a template. You can just, all you have to do is replace the background. It can be used for onboarding. Here they have like a follow-up as well. I don't know if I would use it in sales, but here they have in what they're calling infotainment. So I guess they're adding in, basically you could take your blog post and think about it. Like you could just put in the text and have somebody just start talking about it. And then, like I said, you can choose different avatars. Now, they do have a corporate level where you can upload your own voice for 5 minutes. And you can also create your own personal avatar. I think it's $1,500. So what it is they'll have you film yourself in front of a green screen, and then they will do all the mapping. So if you want to use your person, you can actually do that and make your own avatar in here as well. And then have it do all these weird things that the way they do it to try and make it look natural. But I do think it really has come a long way, and I'm actually pretty impressed with it. I don't think that anybody's fooled that it's a real person. But I don't know if that really matters, because I think we're so used to robots talking to us. I was, playing around with another app called Wombo, which takes your photos and it's hilarious, and they have you just singing songs, but it's kind of doing the same thing with that deep fake, and it's pretty, I mean, it's actually pretty good, and it's funny, and I think that, people look at it and they know it's not real, but we still accept it. So I think that on some level that this is, there is a role for this. Maybe it is with more of these news things where people don't expect, quote unquote, like a real person, or maybe as part of the onboarding. Like I do like the idea of it walking you through your staff, or your onboarding of your team, whenever, so kind of using this so you don't have to be on all the time, or maybe you just don't feel comfortable being on camera. So I think that there's a lot of opportunity here, and like I said, it's $30 a month, so it's not that expensive to try out. And yeah, and so I think like you should all just give it a try. I think it's just really, really interesting, and what I've seen is they've just gotten better and better and better. So I'm sure at some point that the avatars as well will get better, because like I said, even with Wombo doing the music, I think that they've just programmed in more eye movement, and it just looks a lot more natural. I think that it can get there. And like I mentioned, if you do your own avatar, it may look very different. I don't know. Maybe it looks better. If you take a look at their blog or their website, they show how they had David Beckham speak in several different languages. But I thought that was actually kind of cool too. And I mean, again, you kind of knew it wasn't him really saying it, but it looked pretty good. So you imagine if you do have maybe a team that has several languages and you need to onboard them or do videos in several languages, this is also a good alternative because you can have them speak in the different languages. So yeah, anyway, so this is just how I did it, and I would, give it a try. Just it's kind of fun. Give it a try and see how it works. And sometimes, you just need it when you feel like maybe you don't want to be on camera. And also, if you don't feel comfortable being on camera, maybe this is something you can incorporate. Again, you can make it kind of fun. I've seen people where they've, you just kind of you build it into the whole concept. Maybe you call it your robot. Maybe you call it like, this is my, AI assistant, or this is like my AI alter ego, or something like that, or my AI, MC, or whatever, in terms of like coming out, and you can put your own text on there and let people know it is an AI. And I think in that way, it's a lot more accepted rather than trying to pass it off as a human, which it's just not there yet. So let me know what you think. You can check out the videos that I have created using this. I'm going to keep testing it though, because I do want to see, I'm really interested to see how people will react to it if I use these as maybe like quick intros to videos, especially if I don't feel like kind of going on camera. And so we'll see kind of, how it goes, and I'll let you know. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments and I will get to them. I hope you all have a great day, and I hope you thought that this was helpful.